Good morning, good afternoon. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. I don't know what a blip in the matrix just happened then, but I hope you're well, hope you're fine. Tonight we're going to be talking about anxiety. We're going to be using a technique that I've used for many, many years. And for those people that have been on this channel would have seen me use it, and we will get results in removing anxiety tonight for you. So whether you're a therapist, a member of the public, or somebody who's just intrigued in what we do, I'm going to take you through step by step everything that I will do to show you this very, very good technique that I still to this day use to help my clients. So we're going to go through it. At the end of the day, folks, even therapists need therapy. So we're all going to be doing it tonight. So the key thing is we're going to be doing something. All you need with you tonight is a notepad and a pen, and I'll get on with it in a moment. And I'm going to take you through step by step, and you can always watch this video back and come back to it. And this can be used with children. It can be used with, it's really fun with children, elderly people. It can be used in many different ways. So you just utilize it. Don't forget, my friends, tell me where you are in the world, and we'll go from there. Don't forget, I'll give you a shout out later on, and we'll go from there. So yeah, great to be back in the saddle again, doing stuff, you know it is. So if you have got anxiety, what I want you to do is I want you to think about it in a moment. Don't have a panic attack on me. Don't have an anxiety attack. But on the same token, we will be thinking about what causes it and how that. So the impending fear and all of those things, the tightening of the chest, the oh my God, everything's now going to end. Well, we're not going to deal with that in a moment. So don't forget, tell me where you are in the world, and I shall give you a shout out. Hello, mate. Hope you're well. Concerned American. Love that. Remove my anxiety. I'd be afraid of what will happen. There you go. Hello, Eric. Hope you're well. Hope you're fine, buddy. Mike, down in Portishead. Hope you're well, buddy. And Mario, hope you're well. Hope you're well. So don't forget, people, as you're doing it, just go through it. This is, by the way, what I'm going to be doing it is for everybody. It is. So, you know, at the end of the day, what I want you to do is make sure that people, if you have got your headphones in and you're listening to me, that people around you understand that you're not losing your marbles, because in a moment something's going to happen. So there we go. Hello there. Hope you're well, darling. Hope you're well. Hope you're fine. Wendy, hope you're well. Hope you're fine. Down there in Plymouth. You're right there. Right there, up there. So yeah. So all's good. So yeah, we're going to be going through it. Don't forget, if you are new to the channel, don't forget to like and subscribe to it, and we're going to just go through these and go through it. So anxiety comes in many different forms for many, many different people. I tend to work with a lot of anxiety based and trauma based material, and that's where I thrive. I love watching the change work. And what we're going to be doing tonight, hello George, hope you're well, mate. Hope you're well, buddy. Is working with trauma and anxiety. That's where I love working. I do the other stuff, but actually my world's over in anxiety. And this technique, I will nigh on promise that if you've been having anxiety, or you know somebody with anxiety, by the time we've finished this tonight, which will take about 40 minutes, the whole lesson. But once we've done that, actually to do it to yourself will only take 2 or 3 minutes. It'll take me 40 minutes to explain it and go through the whole process. But by the time I've done it, you'll be doing this on your own. But the idea is I'm going to take you through a process. The process I'm going to use tonight is a process that was developed by a guy called Gary Craig. It was called emotional freedom techniques. Many people call it many, many different things. Faster EFT, really fast EFT, really rapid fast EFT, and all the other things. It doesn't really matter. Some people believe in the pseudoscience, some people believe in the science, and some people believe it's just a pattern interrupt. I'm not going to tell you which one it is, but I think that I know what it is. And if we remind ourselves what hypnosis is about telling ourselves good things and reminding ourselves and spiking a bad thing. So there we go. So we're going to go through it in a moment. So all you need is a notepad and a pen, and we're going to go through some stuff in a moment. But the long story short is I want you to notice the change that happens, and it will change. It will change. If you stay with me throughout this video, it will happen for you tonight. I'll be shocked if it didn't. Anyway, let me just come back to that. There are people out there that don't actually want to get better. Be mindful of that. There are people out there that actually do not want to get better. And I get that when I'm on this channel, that some people go, oh, it didn't work for me, because you weren't committed to it. I want you to think about this tonight, and that's part and parcel of therapy. A lot of people spend a lot of time in therapy because they're not actually committed to it. Over in the UK, we have a thing called the National Health Service. Brilliant, amazing people. Brilliant, amazing. And everyone in the UK knows what we're on about here. And they spend an enormous amount of money on counselling. They spend an enormous amount of money on CBT. They spend an enormous amount of money on therapeutic interventions. But some people go to it because they don't want to get better, because they don't want to go to work. They want to be a lazy bastard and live off the state. Not all people, but they do. I'm sure that goes around all the countries. Anyway, now that I've been done that and opened up a can of worms and really set off the anxiety in a lot of people. Hi, Pete. I hope you're well, mate. But yeah, let's go for it. So Gary Craig came up with a thing called emotional freedom technique, EFT. It's a tapping sequence that goes through the body. And I'm going to go through them all one by one in a moment. This is why you need that notepad. So we're going to draw something in a moment. And the idea is that we go through the process. We're going to start at a benchmark, and then we're going to work our way down until eventually it's nigh on at zero, or getting to zero, or it's something you can go play with later on. All right. So the key thing is first is, are you at threshold? That's one of the key things there. Do you want to change? That's one of the key things there. I sack clients now. I can't be bothered with some people, and I'm interested. Can you think of something now that you'd like to change in your life, and would you like to get rid of it now? Just shout yes. Just shout yes in the comments if you are. Just let me know that you're interested in doing it. Because if you're not interested in doing it and you just want to pander around and just go, well, I did it, and act like a petulant child who's just forgot his packed lunch, then it's not going to work. You have to be committed. It's the same as in any therapeutic interventions. Not just watch 5 people just drop off like that. Yeah, you've got to work for it. Sorry. So the key thing is that so emotional freedom techniques, Gary Craig, tapping sequence. Some people believe it to be Chinese acupressure points. Some people believe it meridians. Some people believe it to be just pure hypnosis. Repeat it, and it'll happen. So there we go. So the long story short is there we are for that. So what we're going to do now is get straight into the process. I want you to think about that thing now, and I want you to just think about that now, that thing that you want to change. Now, you could want to change it so you feel better about yourself, or you could want to get rid of a negativity. I'm going to work with a negativity tonight. So just think of something that's negative that you'd like to change, or a negative person. I'm sure there's a lot of you out there that have got this. A person that's, that brings negativity to your life, that when you think about them, you just, oh my God. Or you just think about a scenario, anything like that. Now, okay. And that there is what we're going to be working on. Now, what I need you to do right now is I want you to give it a scale. 10 being extreme, can't handle it, it's completely off the Richter scale, and 0 being nothing. I want you to think about that thing right now, that thing that you want to change, and I want you to give it a number between 1 and 10 now. 10 being extreme, 0 being nothing. Now, right, there is a clap and click reason, by the way, and I want you to think about that. And then what I want you to do is I want you to punch in the number that you've just given it. 10 being extreme, 0 being nothing. And then what we're going to do is work our way around it. So for those people that are just joining us, we're going to be working with emotional freedom techniques tonight. And what I want you to do is gauge, think of something negative. I want you to think about that negativity now, and I want you to give it a point. I want you to think about it and then just jot it in there. If it's a 9, it's an 8. Don't tell me what it is, but I just want to know that you've got it. All right. So what we're going to do then is we've got a 6 coming up. We've got a 6. Here we go. Numbers coming in. So, right, what we're going to do first is I'm going to take you through. There's a few 6s there. Look at you two. What we're going to do is I'm just going to take you through the points. And then what we're going to do, it doesn't matter. I don't need to know what it is, but on the same token, I'm going to take you through the points right now. And I want you to copy me. All right. This is why I have to make sure that people don't look like an idiot when they're doing it. Okay. So the first point is above the eyelids. The way that you're going to do this is a gentle tap. And I don't mean like that. It's just like this, just a gentle tap, the same way as you would do for a small child. Just tap them like so. Okay. And for those people, right, who say, no, that's a load of old mumbo jumbo bullshit, you're probably right. But you know what? It works. So I don't give a shit. So the key thing is you're going to tap away here, nice and gently, just above the eyelid like that. Okay. That's your first point. Okay. The second point is beside the eye like so, just tapping gently like that. Got people coming through with their numbers now. And then what we're going to do now is underneath the eye. So we've been above the eye, to the side of the eye, underneath the eye. Just tapping gently. Probably about 4 or 5 times like that. And then we're going to go under the nose, like that. And then what we're going to do then is on the chin, or chins for some of you. Some of you will find that funny. Yeah. Then I want you to go to the clavicle. Now, you don't have to use 2 fingers. You can use your hands. You can do that if you want. But on the same token, I just teach people to do it this way. Not Braveheart type stuff. I just want you to do that. Next one is I want you to do this. Put your hand on top of your head and tap underneath your armpit, like so. All right? Now, the EFT Puritans, I've said this before, they're going to be out for me in a moment. We don't care because it works. Right. Put your hand like so, and all we're going to do now is we're just going to tap your little finger. Wrong way around, Carl. Tap your little finger on the outside. Now, the Puritans will be like, well, we don't tap that finger. When you're teaching members of the public and you're teaching people, there is no point in confusing or making it worse. And it doesn't do any harm in tapping all of the fingers. Just tap the sides of them like so. You want to be looking about 6 times, right? I was like that then. Why is nobody writing? Well, that's because they're all slapping themselves around at the moment, aren't they? Right, like that. Just go along. And all I'm doing is just on the inside of the fingers. You can do the outside of the fingers. You can do it like so. We can do it on the outside there. All right? Like that. So once we're round to the thumb, just keep tapping. Then what I want you to do is this is called the karate chop point. Just keep tapping away like that. Just tap away like this. All I want you to do is tap away. Not like that. Just a nice gentle like that. Okay. So it doesn't matter how you do it. I will show you a variation that John Chase taught me years and years ago, because he sadly passed away. That he used a different thing because of a physiological problem that he had. Then what we're going to do is, so we're going to be tapping the side there like so. And then what I want you to do is in between your little finger and the finger next to it, your index like that, it's just tap. Just tap like this, like that. Okay. I'm just taking you through the points right now. Okay. And then just tap like that. The Puritans, oh yes, one must only use one finger and do it this way. It doesn't really matter. Okay. Doesn't really matter. I've done it so many different ways. Okay. It's just like that. Okay. Now I want you to hum. Say 10 back, go from 10 all the way down to 0 backwards. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And take a nice big deep breath. And then breathe out. Good. Right. We've got the sequence. Good. Now you're all starting to come back to me now. What I want you to do is just in the comments, just let me know you're ready to go for it now. And I'm going to go for it, because in the next 5 minutes, I will reduce your anxiety by doing that there. And there's a little bit, one more element to add on, but we're going to do that right now. But when you're ready and you all come back round and you're all doing that, I need you to do it. So at the moment, all we've done is we've figured out that there's a problem. We know what the problem is, roughly. Well, I've taken you through the sequence like that. Okay, clavicle, under the arm, like that, all the way through. Doesn't really matter, really. I was always taught thumb all the way through, but it doesn't really matter. They all get done. Karate chop and then through. All right? So what I want you to do now is I want you to think about the negative part of that thing that you've got. So it can be horrid, shit, crap, bastard, whatever you choose, right? Whatever that is that describes that scenario to you, write it down now, right? Good. You've got the negative. So it can be anything, even though, and I'll come on to that in a moment. What is the word that describes that negativity right now? Now, what I want you to do, to give you a bit of space, is I want you to think of the opposite. So let's think anger, peace or calm, frustration, could be calm again, couldn't it? Or free or whatever, the complete opposite to what it is there. And it's the first thing that comes to your head. So let's say we're dealing with anxiety and somebody says release or get rid of or shut off or whatever you choose. I want the positive word to that now. Be free, be powerful, be whatever. Anxiety free. Even so, in a moment, what we'll do is, even though I have this anxiety, I choose to be free of anxiety, if that was what your word does. All right. Yes, it does, Mandy. Hello, Mandy. Long time no see. Yes, it does. Works well with really well with panic attacks because it calms down as well. So the that's if that's Mandy from Yarmouth. Yes. So the idea is that yes, it does work with that. So let's come back on track. We've got a negative word and we've got a positive word, right? Okay. Now what I want you to do is remember the number you've got. So you thought about a number a minute ago, some 8s, some 6s and stuff up there at the moment. The idea is that we're going to bring it all the way down now. Right. So this is the phrase that you've got to learn. This is the phrase. I'm telling you now, anxiety will start to change in a moment and you'll think differently about it in a moment. It'll be, even though I have this, whatever your negative was, I choose to feel the positive. Even though I have the negative word, I choose to feel the positive word. Got it? Are we happy with that? Even though I have this anxiety, I choose to be anxiety free. Whatever your word was, whatever your safe word was, right? Whatever it was, you just choose that. Okay. So whatever your negative was, I choose to be positive. Yeah. Hey, Matt. Yay. Good to see you, darling. Right. Says, look at this now. You ready? Are we ready to go? Nothing in your hands. Just have the number in your head where if you think about that negative thing now, what is that number and watch what happens now. Ready? Let's go for it. Do this. Even though I have your negative word, I choose to your positive word, the opposite. Even though I have this negative word, I choose to what it is. Okay, feel, power, whatever, and then do it again. Even though I have the negative, I choose to do it that way. Even though I have your negative, I choose to. Even though I have this negative, I choose to positive. Under the eye, even though I have this negative, I choose to positive. Even though I have this negative, I choose to negative. Chin, even though I have this negative, I choose to positive. Clavicle, even though I have this negative, I choose to positive. Even though I have this negative, I choose to this positive. Hand on top of your head, underneath your armpit. Even though I have this negative, I choose to positive. Even though I have this negative, I choose to the positive. Here we go. So we're going to go around. It doesn't really matter. Start with a thumb. Even though I have this negative, I choose to positive. Next finger. Even though I have this negative, I choose to the positive. Even though I have this negative, I choose to the positive. I can feel the screams. Even though I have this negative, I choose to the positive. Little finger. Even though I have this negative, I choose to this positive. Karate chop. The fatty little bit here. Even though I have this negative, I choose to positive. Okay, now what I want you to do is tap the back of your hand. So with the little, remember what I said here, little finger, ring finger there, just tap like this. It's nice. You don't have to be precision bombing on this. So even though I have this negative, I choose the positive. Even though I have this negative, I choose the positive. Even though I have the negative, I choose to positive. Now do this. Look left, look right, look left, look right, look left, look right, look at the camera, sing happy birthday or something. Count from 10 down to 0, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a nice big deep breath. Good. Now, I want you to now look at that person, that scenario, and look at how it's dropped now. And just let me know how much it's dropped. If it was at 8, where is it now? What fun this is. I'm going to take you through in a moment a little variation you can do as well. So if you are working with people that have got certain ailments. Hi, Sharon. Exhale down 6 to 3. Yay! That's Mary. That's yes, Marianne. I don't think then. Or is it Jade? No, it's Jade. You're right there, Billy. You're right there, Carter. So yeah, I want you to notice how that change has come down now. Put it in the comments, like that one there with Jade there, 6 down to a 3. This is a brilliant little thing that you can teach. Yeah, hi, Dylan. Yeah, this is something brilliant you can do. Don't forget, while I'm just waiting for these answers to come through, don't forget to like and subscribe, and don't forget, share this with people who may have anxiety, because in a moment, if you are doing this, you will notice the subtle changes in your own lifestyle. So it's really, really good, really powerful. I got taught this about 16. I'm just waiting for numbers to come through, right? But I got taught this 16 years ago, I think it was 16 years. Yeah, it must have been like that. And I still use it to this day. Like I said, some people think it's to do with Chinese meridian. Some people think there's a little bit of pseudoscience, and some people just think it's just repeating a positive and a negative. So yeah. So there we go. So let's wait for the numbers to come through. It's called Emotional Freedom Techniques by Gary Craig. We're doing a tap-in sequences. I think you've probably seen me do it before, innit? So yeah, we're doing a Gary Craig EFT, faster EFT and all that type of stuff. If you want to, you can do it that way. And what I just did is what some people teach, by the way. Even though I have this anger, I choose to let it go. Yeah. So there we go. Right. So the idea is that you should have noticed now those numbers really starting to come down. Now, the key thing is that what I want to do now is I really wanted to do it again to prove it can come down again. So what I want you to do is set yourself now and have a look at what the number is you've got right now. And we're going to look at bringing it down again. So ready to do tapping again. Let's do it again. The idea is sit there like this. And even though I have this negative, we're going to go faster this time. Even though I have this negative, I choose to feel the positive. Even though I have the negative, I choose to feel the positive. Even though I have the negative, I choose to feel the positive. We're just going to do it 3 times. Doesn't matter how many times you tap. There are people out there going, yes, it should be 2.5 frequency to the put chat up. You don't need it. I just tap like that and just do it. I've done this millions of times. I literally think I have done it millions of times. Just tap on the side of the face like that. Even though I have this negative, I choose to have the positive. Even though I have this negative, I choose to have the positive. Even though I have the negative, I choose to feel the positive. Even though I have the negative, it's working on me already. Even though I have the negative, I choose to feel the positive. Under the nose, even though I have the negative, I choose the positive. Even though I have negative, 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 I choose positive. Clavicle, even though I have negative, I choose the positive. Even though I have negative, I choose the positive. Even though I have negative, I choose the positive. Thumb, even though I have negative, I choose the positive. Even though I have the negative, choose the positive. I'm not going to yawn. Even though I have negative, even though I have negative, I choose the positive. Even though I have negative, the positive. Karate chop, even though I have negative, choose the positive. even though negative, 2 is positive. Back of the hand, in between the, like that. Look left, look right, look left, look right, look left, look right. Hum. Count from 10 down to 0. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Look up, look down. Don't need to do that. I just thought I'd throw it for shits and giggles. Take a nice big deep breath. Just allow the peace and the tranquility as the 2 baby whales just swim off into the distance. That's sarcasm. Good. How are we after that? Go for it. Just tell me what you think. Just tell me what's gone on. Tell me how it feels. Can you notice a subtle change in what's gone on? You can do this as much as you want. You can rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat. I've had some people that have had years and years of anxiety and panic attacks and all of that. And the long story short is that they've been able to whittle it down within seconds with this stuff. Some people may only do it once. Some people may do it 5, 6 times. One thing that I will tell you is sometimes it spikes all the way up and then really comes down. Some people get a spike where it actually feels a tinsy-winsy little bit worse, but then on the next one, it'll collapse like nobody's business. 6, 3 to 1. Brilliant. There you go. While we're just doing this, just do another round. Diddle-da, diddle-da, ba-da-ba-ba, biddy-ba-ba, diddly-boo, 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 diddly-me, ba-da-ba. Like that. And then what I want you to do is just do that. Brilliant. So what I want you to do is do that again. While I'm just talking about this, go through it on your own, really quickly on your own. So while these people are just bringing their numbers through, you're at a 2 or a 3 from a 6. That's half of what it is already. That's what I mean. This is really quick stuff. It takes me longer to explain it than to actually do it. To be quite honest, to do a round of EFT takes me less than a minute. And while I'm waiting for numbers, tell me what your numbers are and how they've come down. But I'll show you how quick I can do it. Even though I have this anger, I choose to feel calm. Even though I have this anger, I choose to feel calm. Even though I have this anger, I choose to feel calm. Even though I have this anger, I choose to feel calm. Even though I have this anger, I choose to feel calm. Even though I have this anger, I choose to feel calm. Even though I have this anger, I choose to feel calm. Even though I have this anger, I choose to feel calm. Even though I have this anger, I choose to feel calm. Even though I have this anger, I choose to feel calm. Even though I have this anger, I choose to feel calm. Even though I have this anger, I choose to feel calm. Even though I have this anger, I choose to feel calm. Even though I have this anger, I choose to feel calm. Left, right, left, right, left, right. Do it as many times as you want. There's no written thing. Take a nice big deep breath. I don't know why I said anger. But the point being is that I want you to give me the scores and show me how far you've gone down on that. But the point being is that I did a variation then. I changed it. I didn't do the humming. I didn't do the numbers backwards. I missed a couple of stages. It doesn't matter. Honestly, only the Puritans will worry about that. All right? Don't worry about it. Sometimes you'll miss a word out. It doesn't really matter. Doesn't matter. 1 iota. All right? Let's take Rebecca's name. For those people that think I've got a medical problem, no, it's an enormous amount of hay fever at the present moment in time. And yes, even though I have this hay fever and it's irritating me, I choose to let it go. So yeah, how is that working for people? And what I want you to do is I want you to remember that. I want you to remember above the eye, to the side of the eye, there, under the nose, on the chin, on the clavicle, on there, all the way through the hands, on the karate chop, there, look left, right, left, right, left, right, up, down if you want to. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's the point. The point being is it'll drop it down straight away. And now the thing is that let me just reverse engineer this for you. Is that you've just done something that will reverse engineer it. So basically, what we do when we're doing anything in hypnosis or anything like this is just perception. All we do is change the perceptions of anything. Now, that might seem simplistic. It is very simplistic, but all we do is change the perceptions. Instead of going, we just go, like that. That's all this is. It's all post-trauma is as well, by the way, when you think about it. Instead of thinking that something's going off in the room or doing something, that's what happens with post-trauma. The body thinks that something's happening. You know that it's not, you know for a fact it's not. So all we're doing is changing the perceptions. All a therapist does is change the perception. Instead of going, like that, you just go, oh. That's all it is. It's all we do. And if you think about it, that's all we do. We just change the perceptual value of what we do. And that's all this does. And like I said, a lot of people sit there and go, well, it could be the Chinese medicine. If you believe in Chinese medicine, fill your boots. Some bloke wrote some stuff in a book about all the science that goes with it. And I firmly believe if that floats your boat, have it. If you think it's just repeating a negative and telling yourself a positive and you think that that's what's happening, enjoy yourself. Couldn't care less. The point being is it gives you results, and that's all I'm ever worried about. That's all it is. You can sit here. I'm just waiting for numbers to come in. But what I normally tell people is, when I was in Liverpool Street once, I was talking to somebody, a nurse, and she had anxiety, and I told her to rub the end of her nose. It was a joke. So rub the end of your nose. There's a Chinese meridian that comes down your nose, and she did it. She believed me. She believed me because she had been watching me on YouTube. I said, rub the end of your nose and your anxiety gone. 2 weeks later, she calls me up and says, yeah, the anxiety's gone. And I couldn't quite remember. I think I'd had a couple of beers by that time. But on the same token, she said, my anxiety's gone. Because I'm known. I was like, oh. But she just believed me. Everything that we do is belief and expectation. Anything that we do in the therapeutic environment is about belief and expectation. I want you to practice that. I really do. I want you to practice going through that. Another one as well is doing this. You can do this. Now, there's a lot of different techniques out there that show rubbing and stuff like that, and showing dumping oxytocin into the body and just doing this. You can do this. This is why you ladies, when you're doing your moisturizer and cleansing, not that I know, but when you're doing your moisturizing and your cleansing and all that type of stuff, and your face, and you feel really tired at the end of it, that's because you're just hitting all of the points here. I'm not going into it now. All of the points here that just send oxytocin through your body. And that's all you're doing when you're doing all your moisturizing and cleansing and stuff. So literally just do that. You can do that. The tapping's the best way, but if you do this, some people get the same result. Now, the one with the hand is what I was going to show you, is this. It's just rocking. John Chase, when he was alive, God bless him, he couldn't do the tapping, so he used to roll it backwards and forwards like this. He used to just rock it backwards and forwards. And sometimes you start to feel it happening. If you just rock your fingers, this is a brilliant little technique, this is. Same thing. This is why when you see the Puritans get all upset, oh yes, but you didn't do this and you didn't do that. No, shut up. Just rock your fingers. Like so. I put the wrong one up, didn't I? Look at this one. Don't forget, like and subscribe, folks. How are you feeling after that? How are you feeling? Just put in the comments, what do you feel? What's our Mandy doing? I feel more confident driving right this minute. My issue is that I developed a panic attack when driving. Should I do this before? Yeah, do it as a routine. Do it. Janet Thompson used to say emotional clear outs. Do it like brushing your teeth. You didn't think twice about brushing it. Well, hopefully. But, your emotional well-being should be the same as brushing your teeth. It should be just a ritual that you just do. It's nothing stopping you getting up in the morning. And even though I feel like shit, I choose to feel really good. Even though I had a crap night's sleep, I choose to have loads of energy, whatever it was. But there's nothing stopping you doing it and adding this to as you're doing it. There's nothing stopping you whatsoever in adding this. And all I want you to do is just refine it. Just keep doing it and keep doing it. Even though I have this, I choose to. You know what I mean? You can just do it. Remember, don't give it that. There's none of that. It's just gentle taps. And you can do this. Tap, pattern interrupt. I think it's a pattern interrupt. I genuinely do. A pattern interrupt, by the way, is when you do something different. It's very easy, just in case people aren't therapists here, that we do something different very quickly, which throws it off scent. But yeah, I think it's a pattern interrupt, even though I choose to. even though I choose to. Now, there are many different ways of doing this. I just find teaching it on the screen here, that's the easiest way. There's many other different ways. People teach you loads of different ways because they want to sell you a big course. But to be honest, that works. And that's all you got to do. So how do we feel after that? How was that for you? The only thing I can say is just remember, there, all your fingers, tap the side, come over to the front, do that. Now, some people they do this, the karate chop one, they can rub it. Now, I teach people this if they're on stage. What I tend to do, let me turn this rubbish off. Is this one here, where I just tell them to rub it like that. When I'm teaching people to speak before they go on, they don't want to go through this whole process, so they just sit here and rub it and just go, even though I have this anxiety, I choose to feel positive. Even though I have this anxiety, I choose to feel positive. Even though I have this anxiety, I choose to feel positive. Even though I have this anxiety, you can even do it gently if you want. Even though I have this anxiety, I choose to feel positive. Even though I have this anxiety, I choose to feel positive. Even though I have this anxiety, I'm still rubbing it, I choose to feel positive. Whatever, you can flirt around that way. All right. You are more than welcome. Have I entertained you tonight? I want you now to practice this and practice this and practice this and really enjoy it. And don't forget, you're more than welcome to reach out to me and ask me questions on it. And do that, and just do those. And I'll just put that at the bottom if you want to do any sessions with me, you can do. But the thing is that I want you to really, really practice this. A very simple technique. Choose the negative, choose the positive. Even though I have this negative, I choose to have this positive, right? Or doesn't matter if you variate your words. Doesn't matter one over. Oh, I missed underneath the nose. Who gives a monkeys? Doesn't really matter. Just go through the process and just enjoy it and give yourself a score at the beginning and a score at the end. Has that helped you? Has that helped you this evening? As for some, good. Well, I'm going to love you and leave you on that one. Nice short one tonight, but I want you to go away and keep practicing and practicing. When you finish practicing, I want you to practice some more. I want you to practice that little technique. I want you to go through it and through it and through it and just keep doing it. Teach your children it. Teach elderly people it. Teach people who are having a panic attack. New therapists, especially you guys on my mentoring side of things. You folks that are on my mentoring, I might as well put that up while I'm here. You people on my mentoring, you're meant to have done this. Don't forget that. You're meant to be doing this, and you're meant to be teaching. Don't forget, you're meant to be teaching your clients. So don't forget it. All right. So on that note, you're very welcome. Sarah, you're late. Detention. I want you, if you're a therapist, by the way, and you want to come mentoring with me, and you want to learn how to develop your business and yourself, then join me on there. My friends, I hope you've enjoyed that. I hope it gives you something to play with and do something with. I hope it's given you and changed something in your life, and I hope it's changed the perceptions. Keep up with it. Don't just do this and then go, I'll do it again in another 5 weeks. Keep on top of it. Just keep on top of it. Don't forget, my friends, don't forget to like and subscribe and always leave a comment. Just let us know how you're getting on. Don't forget, if you want to learn anything, come to my hypnosis.live. My friends, much love to you and your family. I hope you've enjoyed it tonight. I hope something changed in your life, and I hope we had a breakthrough for you. Keep going for it. Keep doing it, and notice the subtle changes. My friends, go out there, go practice. And when you finish practicing, you're damn right. Go practice some more. Until the next time, see you soon. Go out there and go make some changes. Bye now, my friends. Take care.